DESIblitz.com.
It'd be good to meet someone different, Mum. Instead of these local, narrow-minded girls with their riff-raff frame of mind.
I'm Fatimah Mia, and simple things satisfy my complicated heart.
Oh, you look like you've done every celebrity diet on the planet.
I feel like an advert giving hope to overweight men on Weight Watchers.
Or on crack.
So Finding Fatimah, you play a Muslim mother who's almost seeing a person who's far younger than her, and almost the age of her son.
Yes.
Did you feel like you would ruffle any feathers in the community at that time?
I should hope so. I think the point of this woman is that she's very loving, very caring. She's brought up her 2 children by herself, and now it's her turn to actually have a life of some kind. And if she likes someone who happens to be younger, she does. Simple as.
Okay. And you play a Muslim mother again, and with wearing a hijab. Were there any challenges of preparing for the role, and how did you prepare for it?
Well, it was mostly the accent, to be honest, because she's based up in Manchester. So I wanted to make sure that whatever her original accent was, there was a layer of Manchester on top of that, because that's a very specific accent, and that was fun to do. And there was a scene that we had a lot of fun with where the director, Oz, wanted me to be cooking and serving up breakfast and move quite fast, but I had a phone call at the same time. So I shoved the phone in the hijab on the side, and he loved it. And he said, you know, actually, a lot of women do that. So that was kind of nice to do.
Okay. And the film mostly just revolves around the main character, which is Shahid.
Yep.
What drew you to the project?
I like to support people who are starting out, and Oz is new to the business. I want to nurture British Asian talent in this country because I think there's a lot of it, and people are desperate to get their stories out there and be part of something really huge and exciting. And I like the part, so I said yes.
All right. And immigration, diversity, and multiculturalism appear to be hot topics these days.
Yes.
Do you think they are represented enough in British film and TV?
No, I don't think they are, sadly. In particular, I'm referencing now Parv Bansal, who sadly passed away at the weekend, was one of the first ever playwrights to challenge that and to use diversity, to use the whole multiculturalism, you know, that is apparent in British society to get our stories told. And I think we have a long way to go still, which is a bit sad, but I think we're getting there, just very slowly.
Okay, and I remember reading one of your interviews where you mentioned you had quite a tough time getting a lead role while you were working for theatre.
Yes.
Till you actually landed a role in EastEnders.
That's right.
So do you feel the struggle is still ongoing, and where a British Asian doesn't get a role until unless it's a very stereotypical portrayal of a South Asian character?
Yeah, sadly it is mostly stereotypical stuff that you will get. I mean, this could be considered stereotypical in terms of the character that I'm playing. However, this story isn't. This story isn't typical of what's being told out there, especially by the Muslim community. This is about a young boy who wants to be a stand-up comic. He wants to, you know, get over the stigma associated with divorce and find someone new. So the stories that are being told are exciting. I just feel that we still have a long way to go when it comes to integrated casting, which is something I've struggled with from day one.
And do you feel the British Asian society is becoming more open about discussing cultural taboos with each other and within the community?
I think they are. I don't know what the reaction will be to this film. I'm hoping it will be a positive reaction because the message is positive. The message is that, you know, you do fall in love at the right time with the right person. Divorce might be the route you have to take to finding that person, and there will be a big discussion about it. The important thing is that there will be a discussion about it. That's more important than anything else. It's harder when things are hidden away and people don't bring things to the forefront.
Okay, and so the British Asian society, divorce remains a big cultural taboo, but more so for the women.
Yes.
And this is a completely fresh perspective.
Yes.
Where it's a man taking...
And a young man at that.
Yeah. So do you feel it's equally just as problematic and frustrating for a man?
That's what they're showing in the film. I had no idea that it was, you know, that way within the Muslim community. So it's interesting that they are talking about it in that way, and they are discussing it. in a way, I'm kind of glad, because it feels like there's actually something that's equal between men and women for once, even if it is a negative thing. So in a way, I'm glad that it's being spoken about. But I hope that they learn from this film that actually there shouldn't be anything negative associated with divorce. Divorce is something that, you know, not all marriages are going to be perfect. Divorce is something you need to go through to end up sometimes with the person you really love.
All I want is someone to lean on and share my life with. Someone who'd make me feel like I mean something. I'm divorced.
What? Did you cheat on her or beat her or both?
No, not like that.
You don't strike me as someone who's driven by pride and ego. You're smart, intelligent, and above all, honest.
Did you know that I'm
Did I know that you're what, a div? Yeah, I figured.